Okay, I think it's live. Sorry, my phone is doing something a little strange. Maybe I just clicked on it too early. So I'm sorry if you sat there staring at my perplexed face for a minute. Hi there, Michelle, I think. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so I think we're good. Okay. All righty. Hi, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to our YouTube Live. I think I just clicked on it too quickly. All right, we'll turn that off so that I don't have any weird echoing going on. So thanks for joining me today, friends. I'm gonna just give it a minute or two to let people find us here really quickly. And then we will get going for this afternoon. So hello, Dana and Lorraine and Debbie. Hi, Heather. Heather is my moderator today. So my moderator in the sky. Hello, Jennifer and Lori and Karen and Renee. Michelle, we are going to get a little peek at one of our new products that will be upcoming in our next release. So you're going to get a little look at what is going on today with that. So, and then Heather will sneak peek another set on Thursday on her Facebook Live. And then I'm sure this week on Instagram, we will also start sharing sneak peeks of projects. So, and then just for your guys' reference, our next release is this coming Monday, March 8th. So we're excited to show you guys these products. We're super excited with how they turned out. So, all right, I'm looking at the comments on my phone because I switched back to Zoom because sometimes that's easier for me to see what's going on in real time. So it looks like we had Dee jump on. Hi, Dee. So excited to, oh, sorry, I got thrown off by a comment. So happy to see all of these lovely faces. Okay, so I think we have enough people to flip the camera around and start going. Before I do that, just a quick mention in case you are new here or, hi Daniel, or haven't watched in a while. We give away a $15 gift card code at the end of every show. So a couple ways to win. Underneath the video, there is an arrow button and it says the word share, either next to it or underneath it. I can't remember where. And if you share, you can share to your Facebook feed, you can share it with friends, you can share it in a group, a crafty group, as long as that's allowed. Make sure it's allowed because some don't. And then just come back in the comments and let us know that you shared, and that is an extra entry into our giveaway. And then just comment, leave comments as we go. I do my best to watch comments, but of course I do miss a lot as I'm creating because, you know, sometimes I have to look away from the comments. Heather tries to catch if she notices like I am probably not going to answer it because I missed it. Heather's pretty good about catching those, but if for some reason we both miss it, just ask it again or anything like that. So just chat with us, comment. We're, you know, we love to demonstrate our products and share things with you, but these hours of, you know, craft hour and our live crafting sessions are also meant to, you know, be able to hang out with you and chat about things and chat about our products and stuff like that. So, all right, I think we've got everything covered that we need to cover. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip my camera around real quick. So bear with me while I make that transition over. Okay, and then I am going to let YouTube catch up with me on my phone so that I can just make sure everything looks okay. So while we're doing that, I'm just going to say hi to a couple more people. I might have missed some people that jumped on, but hi, Barb and Nancy. Thanks for sharing. And Heidi, also, thanks for sharing. Roxanne, thank you so much. Yes, I get it. We do create a lot of things that cost money. So we always suggest like take a look at it all and pick your very favorites, things that you know you will reach for time and time again. Okay, so we are really excited to showcase our next set of washi tape with stamps and dies. We actually debuted washi tape a couple of years ago that had coordinating stamps and dies. But we took your feedback to heart, and we actually improved it. So there's a reason why it's been a while since we've done a washi tape. We wanted to make sure that it would be something that you reach for time and time again. My husband just walked in the door. So if my dogs get a little barky or a little loud, that is why. Hi, Josh. Okay, so first things first, it is still, you know, a little bit longer edge to edge, but one of the things that we did to make the washi tape easier to pull open is we made it a bit shorter. So there's my dog. So by making it a little bit shorter, it makes it easier to pull out, which we think that you guys will really love about our new and improved washi tape. But the great thing about it is it still has a really great hold. The adhesive on the back of the washi tape is still really fantastic, and it's not going to go anywhere when you stick it down to whatever you're going to stick it down to. So the other thing that we have always done with our washi tapes is we include, or we create, a coordinating stamp and die for it as well. So we decided to go with this 4x12 stamp size this time around, which is what we do for our slimlines. This allowed us to put all of the floral images onto one stamp, which then in turn makes it easier to use the one-piece die. So this was another huge improvement that we made. We did the one-piece die so that it would be easy to cut out multiple stamped images. And when I pull this out and you see what it looks like in a full sheet, it also makes it easy to die cut all of the washi tape images as well. And we're going to do that today. So you're going to get to see that up close and personal. And yes, as Heather just mentioned, this washi tape is so gorgeous. Like, I don't know if video captures it as well as it looks in person. As you can see, this one has gold foil. And I think all but one of the washi sets we're releasing has the gold foil on it. And so you get this beautiful shine. The colors are vibrant and gorgeous. The washi tape is really high quality, and being the shorter size, it's easy to pull out as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and pull this washi tape out so you can see the entire panel that matches both the stamps and dies. Oh, thank you, Monique. I'm glad that you are loving it. Okay, so I have a piece of 8.5 by 11 white cardstock here that I just trimmed in half because I'm going to use the other half for something else. So I'm going to grab my stencil tool real quickly. Sorry, that was loud. Because I want to show you something that can help also if you get bubbles and such in your washi. Okay, so as you can see, it lifts off really easily. And because it's a little bit smaller in size, it just pulls super simple, like super easy. Like there was no hard work to that at all. So I am not going to stick it onto my paper yet. I'm actually going to stick just this edge down on my glass mat so that I can trim this panel down. And I'm just going to trim right at the edge here. So then I can lift it back up off of the glass, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to stick it down onto some white cardstock. I like putting them onto white cardstock so that they are nice, and when I go to die cut them out, they're almost like really thick die cut pieces. But you can also actually, if you want to keep the consistency of the washi tape, you can actually put these onto a piece of parchment, die cut, and then you can actually pull the washi tape off of the parchment and use these as you would like a sticker. So this is just a stencil tool that I have that can also help get out any air bubbles that happen in your washi tape. I didn't have many because this tape is so easy to put down. But this that tool does help if you do by chance get a air bubble here and there. So one thing that I wanted to mention is, you know, dependent on the washi, your washi tape could start, you know, in the middle of one of these images, just because that is the property of washi. It's in a big roll and just gets cut and started on the next one. So, but I did want to mention, like, make sure you don't have to waste the one. So this is where my washi tape started, was in the middle of this guy right here. I went ahead and die cut that though, because you can actually cover that up or just trim it off or tuck this underneath something and still use the little piece. Someone's asking if this will still stick. This will stick to vellum? Yes, this will stick to vellum just like it sticks to cardstock. You will not be able to pull it off easily off of vellum. The only thing we have found that it will easily pull off of if you want to use it like a sticker is parchment paper. You know, Karen, I actually, of course, I think I tossed my wrap and I don't know the exact length, like how much washi tape you get on the spool, but Heather can send Kinnery a little note and ask about that, and she will let you know. Okay, so we've got the washi tape onto some cardstock. I am going to just trim the edges off so that it fits easier onto my die cut plates. Okay. Yeah, and you could do these on a lot of different colors. Someone mentioned cream, and that would be really cool, definitely. So there's definitely a lot of ways that you can use these gorgeous washi tapes. Now keep in mind, washi tape is translucent, so it's always going to take on the color that's underneath it. So keep that in mind, because you will see some of that come through, like the floral pieces and such, because they have that watercolor feel to the design. Okay, so here is where, I mean, these are already beautiful, of course, but here is where we make things versatile and innovative and super easy to use. So the die is one piece, and all you do is get it lined up. It lines up perfectly every single time with your washi tape panel. Oh, thanks, Joanne. I'm glad you like them. And I might get my head in there a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure the lineup is real good on these, because it is a bit of a bigger die and a bit of a longer piece. So you'd really want to make sure that you're getting a good lineup. Oh, yeah, that would be kind of cute. Michelle doing somewhat of a pattern underneath it. I wonder what it would look like if you stuck them onto like a gold foil paper. That might be a little much. I'm not sure, because it has the gold foil design on it. It might be a little much. Okay, I just want to make sure I got a good alignment on that. And that looks pretty darn good. So we're going to go ahead and die cut this real quick. My die cut machine's off camera, so you will likely hear it. And then we'll see what these look like all cut out. Oh, thank you, Shamil. I might not have said that correctly, but we appreciate that. That is, we're always trying to make your crafting supplies easier to use, quicker to use, more versatile. So thank you for saying that. We really appreciate that. So we're gonna just punch all these out real quick. we'll take a look at them here in a minute. Let me just get all of the pieces out first. All right, so then you are left with all of these great foiled pieces. All you had to do was stick some washi onto some cardstock or some vellum or whatever you want to stick it to. Run it through your die cut machine, and it looks like you have these floral pieces that took you hours upon hours to create. So that's the one thing that we loved about the washi tape concept that we came out with a couple of years ago. And we just went ahead and we made some improvements to it with the one-piece die and just making the washi tape a little less wide so that it's easier to pull out. So super exciting to have all of these pieces. I mean, and you can easily pull out the tape, put it down on your shirt, whatever it is you want to cut it out with, die cut it. And I mean, you can have just tons and tons and tons of flowers to work with. I mean, it is card making fun for hours upon hours for just a small amount of time in die cutting. So super exciting for this, super excited for all of this. But I also wanted to show how great it is to be able to stamp and die cut the same way. So we did the coordinating stamp, and as you can see, the florals are all in one full stamp image. And the reason we did that was to allow you to use the one-piece die, so that the one-piece die would be super simple to use also on the stamped image. So maybe pre-done washi tape isn't your thing. Maybe you want to do the coloring. So we also have the stamp as an added addition to that as well. The great thing about it is you can buy the whole combo, the washi tape, the stamp, and the die, and then you have options. When you're needing something quick and easy and you don't want to do the coloring yourself, reach for the washi. If you're wanting to spend some time coloring, whether it's watercolor or alcohol markers, colored pencils, then grab your stamp and do the stamping and the coloring of all of that as well. So, okay, this is a fairly long stamp image. So I am going to pull out my Memory Misty. I have a Memory Misty for this purpose. Now, not everyone has a Memory Misty, and I completely understand that. So there is a great video that one of our card team members, Shannon, did, where she used her standard Misty. And and this is a tip we actually got from a lovely crafter in our Facebook friends group that she shared with us. But definitely find the video from Shannon. Heather can probably link it up for you. But basically, on her original Misty, she put the stamped image on the outside. She taped this down to her desk and stamped basically just the other way. I'm not going to do that today because I don't want to tape it down to my desk. So I'm just gonna pull out my Memory Misty here and use it. I've got one, might as well use it. Okay, I do want to take these magnets off and make sure that this, I think someone asked what size the stamp set is, and it is 4 by 12. So it is the same size as our slimline stamps and dies. And I'm going to do my best to get as much of this onto the screen as I possibly can. Okay, so there is that guy. And so one thing that I like to do when I get stamps like this is I like to take all of my floral stamps and I will stamp them 3 different times. I'm only going to stamp them once today in detail black, but I will stamp them 3 times. I'll stamp them in detail black. I will heat emboss them in gold, and then I will stamp them in fade out ink as well. And that gives me 3 different coloring options. You're not gonna, the Misty is so big, you're not gonna be able to see me apply ink to it because it's just too far over here. I can't get everything into my camera view. So I like to do that with my floral stamps, and then I just have them done and ready to go when I am filling like coloring or watercoloring or doing something with my outline floral images. And then I just have them, you know, with me all of the time, or not with me, but just ready to go when I'm ready to make a card. So I need to move the stamp because it keeps sticking to the lid. Okay. I am definitely going to stamp these more than once because I cannot really see how well I'm applying the ink because it's just, I don't have the Misty centered on my my surface. So just make sure that is nice and lined up. Yes, Heidi, the Memory Misty is just bigger. So it can fit a 12 by 12 layout or size in it. So for paper or for memory keepers, pardon me, it's really great because you can actually put your entire layout into it and then stamp right where you want the stamping to go. So, but it's also great for these slimline, or this isn't a slimline, but it's a larger stamp set. So lots of great uses for it, but that other Misty tip we mentioned also works really well. And thank you, Heather, for getting the length of the washi tape. I'm pretty sure I saw that scroll up through here. Actually, let me find it real quick so I can say it live as well. Oh, shoot, now I don't see it. Okay, there it is, 10 meters in length. How long these rolls of washi tape are. Okay, this should be good just doing a double stamp on it. All right, perfect. And look at that. Okay. Yes, yeah, they're you definitely either have to have this larger platform or use that Misty hack from that video by Shannon that we one of our crafty friends gave with us. Okay, so then stamping, you've got the option to stamp them as well. I am not going to die cut these because if I wanted to color them, I would rather color them on the full sheet first and then do the die cutting because I just find that easier. But you do have the option. You could also use these black and white, you know, put a little paint splatter on them and then call it good. So, but I just wanted to show you the 2 different options that you get. You get the option to stamp and then you can die cut later once you've done the coloring. And then of course you have the Misty option. So I'm just going to clean my stamp here so that I can put it back and then put the Memory Misty away. And then we are going to just create a pretty simple card with some of the washi tape pieces today. So I doubt we will go anywhere near going over this time because most today I just really wanted to showcase how cool and innovative these are and how easy they are to use. So just to give you, while I'm cleaning my stamp here off camera, just to give you a quick overview, because I see that Heather is mentioning it in there, that this upcoming release, we will have 5 different washi tape designs. 4 of them have the gold foil accents, and every single tape also has a coordinating 1-piece die and a coordinating 4x12 stamp set. So that is what our upcoming release is going to look like, and it will go live on Monday, March 8th at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. Heidi, yes, that is the one. That's the video where Shannon taped down the Misty to her desk and used the other side of the lid to stamp. So, and it's a great way to use these stamps that are bigger, and just use your original Misty size. It might work on some of the other stamping platforms that are out there as well. I just don't know for sure because we have never tried it. Oh, enjoy dinner, Michelle. Thanks for joining us for a little bit today. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put that away, put this away, and put the memory Misty away. All right, so off camera, I did die cut my background panel that I wanted to use. So I started out and I die cut the Radiating background one from some white cardstock. And then I just glued it onto another panel of the same size white cardstock because I knew that this cut out the circle, but I wanted this to be white underneath it. And I was going to be using a colored card base. So I then added it just to a sheet of white cardstock. And then I did go ahead and die cut it with the stitched rectangles as well, which I think in the end is going to be a moot point because I think I'm going to cover it up with a frame. But that being said, this was 2 sheets of 100-pound white cardstock, and my die still cut it pretty well. It did take some work. My little Gemini did not seem to love that, but it did it for me. So, okay. So we are going to actually just start creating a card. So first things first, I forgot to prep one of my foam panels. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick together. So this is just a piece of white craft foam. And Heidi, no, there are no stencils in this release. This release is all geared towards washi tape with coordinating stamps and dies. So we would technically probably consider this a washi tape release. Okay, anyway, so this is just a piece of white craft foam, and I'm using some 5-inch score tape to adhere to each side. Score tape is double-sided, so when you take the release paper off, it will be sticky on both sides. And this is just the easiest way I have found and the most cost-effective way to create these full panels of foam so that I don't really like when you feel like you get like an indentation when you don't have foam tape that is covering the entire back of your panel. So that is just the way that I use these. Yes, it's a little bit of an expensive to get this, but it lasts forever. So it's definitely a really great way to make these full-size sheets of foam adhesive, or these full foam panels, I guess. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this on my background. And I have just a piece of pinkish basil cardstock that I turned into a top folding card. I don't know an exact cardstock name or color on this. It's just some I've had sitting in my crafty stash for a while. So you could definitely substitute really for anything out there. Oh, I'm glad you guys are loving the look at this washi release. We are really excited about how this washi turned out. It took a lot of work to get it just perfect and just right. So we are super excited with how it turned out. Okay, so there's the start of my card. And so now this is where our pieces of washi tape are going to come into place. So I know for sure I'm going to use this really beautiful wreath that is a part of it. I'm going to save the bigger bunches for a different day because those are really not going to fit on this card. And this is where I like to play with dimension on the card. So I'm also going to pull out some foam squares because this is a really great way to play with all of the different pieces, tucking them in here and there. And this is what I really love to do with the washi. So I like to grab pieces, like I know I really love this one, to kind of tuck in here underneath it, because I know I'm going to pop this piece up with foam. So if I just glue this piece down, it's going to just create some really great dimension to the card. And I know I want to put another piece in there as well to kind of overlap with this. And then it fills in a little bit of that wreath on the inside. Michelle, I'll definitely share the sentiments here in just a minute. I'm going to use one of the sentiments on this stamp set for my card. I'm just going to do it at the end. So if you are having to head out, you'll definitely get to see them on replay. Okay, so I like how that looks. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue these down with a little bit of liquid glue to start off with. And that gives me a little bit of play, a little bit of wiggle room to make sure that I like, where I have them sitting when I go to pop up my top pieces. I do like that one. I agree, Dee, the tucking of all of these cute little floral pieces is super addicting. You can maybe kind of go a little overboard sometimes doing it, but I love it. I agree. I think it's super addicting to just keep tucking little flower pieces here and there. Okay, loving how that looks so far. Okay, so up next, I'm going to pop this guy up with some foam tape for sure. And I'm just going to use these cute little foam squares because just in case, I don't think I will, but just in case I want to pop any other florals underneath it, I do want to keep myself a little bit of room. Michelle, that's funny. Somebody asked me where I got that big roll of score tape. I believe I got that one on Amazon, but it is available. You can get it directly from their website, which I think is ScorePal, maybe. And then I believe Simon Says Stamp carries it as well. Those are the couple of places that I know of where to get it. Okay, so you can really arrange your wreath however you want. I like this one big pink flower down here to be kind of the main focal point there. So I'm going to go ahead and arrange it directly to the card and also make sure that from left to right, it looks fairly even as well. Perfect. Okay, starting to look good, but I'm going to still do a little bit more adding of these beautiful flowers to the card. Okay, so I think I'm going to take this other bigger floral cluster because I want to add another larger pink flower up here to kind of give me that visual triangle piece. So, but in order to get a little bit more added dimension, I am just going to pop it up with a couple of foam squares as well. Oh, thank you, Beth. I appreciate that. These were illustrated by a fairly new illustrator, and she just did an amazing job with them. Okay, so I like how that turned out. And then I think I want to use this little guy and just kind of tuck him in here and pop him up with some foam squares as well to just do one final little piece of dimension. And so as you can see, you just get like a nice pop of dimension, and it's so easy. All we're doing is just like tucking and popping flowers up with foam dots here and there. So super effortless and super easy. And I'm glad that you guys are loving these. Thank you so much. Okay, I think we can go ahead. I think I'm happy with that. So then you have these extras and they are perfect to use on a card at a different date. And I will typically just tuck them in behind one, like the stamp or the die set, to just have them available the next time I go to create a card. Okay. So next up, we are going to get the sentiment up and running here. And actually, I'm going to do one more thing. So I mentioned that it was kind of a moot point that I went ahead and die cut this panel with the stitched edge, because I am going to go ahead. I die cut this gold frame a while back from using the Essential Stitched Rectangle set. And it's just been sitting in the back of my packaging, and I thought it was a perfect match for these gold foiled flowers. And I thought it would just be a nice little elegant touch to add to the card, and it would get it used up, just because it's starting to get a little beat up in the back of that packaging. And I would rather use it than ruin it or waste it. So I'm going to go ahead and use it today on my card so that it doesn't get ruined, because it's just been kind of kicking around in my packaging for a while, and I can see one place where it did kind of fold and get a little indent. So I'm going to go ahead and use it, get it used up. And I just thought it was a nice little added touch to my card today. Okay. And you get a little bit of wiggle room with this foam tape, because these frames can sometimes be a little finicky when you're trying to place them down. So I'm going to try that again, because I think I just did not do a very good job. Okay. There we go. Oh, that was already better placement. Okay, perfect. All right, so just nice little added touch of that frame. And all I did to create that frame, guys, is I took the two larger essential rectangles and I put them on the sheet of gold foil paper and made sure they were nice and even. And then I just taped them down so that they wouldn't move. And then I ran them through my die cut machine, and you get this really gorgeous frame when all is said and done. Alrighty, so there is that. Now let's go ahead and get our sentiment stamped. So I'm going to grab my Misty. Actually, I think I'm going to use my mini Misty this time around and just grab a magnet. And we're just going to do it on a little bit of white cardstock that matches. Someone's asking about the name. Give me just a second here. The person who designed. It says on the back here. I don't think that's her first name. So I apologize, because I think maybe Heather answered it. Thank you, Heather. I appreciate that, because I think this is maybe just like her business name, and I don't know how to say it. All right. All right, so I've just got a piece of white cardstock here. We are just going to tuck it into our Misty. All right, so I'm going to use one of the sentiments on the coordinating stamp set for the peony, Painted Peony mix. And I'm going to use this Small Things Have Great Power. So this one is just a really nice, encouraging set of sentiments for this one. The great thing about all 5 of the sets that are going to be coming out is you can mix and match them really beautifully. So with this one, you should do what's best for you. You have the power to create change. Small things have great power, which is the sentiment I'm going to use today. And then don't be the only one standing in your way. So lots of really good. Anne F. Thank you, Kinnery. Her name is Anne. She's one of our newest illustrators, and she is located in Belgium. All righty. So I'm going to arrange this as close to the top Sorry if my head kind of dips in there a little bit. As close to the top as I possibly can. All right. I am going to go ahead and stamp this. I'm trying to decide if I want to use black ink or if I want to heat emboss it in gold. I did bring out all of the things to heat emboss it, but we do already have a lot of gold on the card. I think I'm still just going to go for it, and we'll see what we think it looks like. All right. So make sure you prep your cardstock with a powder tool so that the embossing powder only sticks to the stamped image. And I'm just going to go ahead and ink this up. I always like to stamp embossing ink twice. It's probably not necessary, but I think it's just to make sure I know I'm going to have enough ink on there for the embossing powder to stick to. All right, just go ahead and wipe this down while I'm thinking about it. Thanks, Heather. Yeah, well, we'll just go with that. It's not possible to have too much gold. We're just going to go with that. Okay. Oh, thanks, Shamil. I'm glad you like the addition of the gold frame. I appreciate that. I thought it was a nice little addition too when I saw it sitting in the back of my packaging, and I was like, I should use that up. It looks actually like the illustrator of this beautiful floral washi design jumped on. So her name is Anne, and I think she just mentioned, if that it helps, it is her who painted the flowers. So thank you, Anne, for jumping on real quick. Okay, I'm going to heat set this so it's going to be loud for a minute. Alrighty, so there is our gold heat embossed sentiment. Alrighty, we're just going to trim it down into a strip real quick. I feel like I got a little something in the E. I think it's okay. Alrighty, let's just trim this down as close as possible. Perfect. Okay. And then I think we're just going to pop it up. So I'm probably going to put a little banner edge on it and put it right in the middle. Ooh, I could actually even kind of tuck it under. Ooh, that one's, oh, I kind of like that, I think. Actually, okay, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do a little banner edge to this side. If you guys are new to our show, sometimes we just wing it. And that was kind of what I did for today. I had a couple things planned out, but I knew for the most part, we just really wanted to showcase these new products. So I just want to make sure I'm measuring this and I'm not going to cut too much off. So let's cut it about there. And I think that will be good. Yep. Perfect. Okay. So then I'm going to trim a little bit off this side. I'm going to give enough room to it so that I can cut a little banner edge to this as well. Oh, thank you, Penny. I'm glad that you like the gold. I do too. I think it's a nice touch. Black might have been a little bit too dark for this. Okay, so because this is a little bit thicker, I am going to find a pencil and I am going to measure it because it's not quite an inch across. So let's put it on those two smaller notches, and I'm going to put a little notch in the middle, and then you'll see a trick that Heather uses quite often and I use it as well. So just put a little notch right at the middle. So then what we do is we cut in the middle first, right where that notch is, and just cut it right to where we want it to go. And then you take out to the edge and you just cut into that notch. And pretty much every single time you end up with a perfect little banner edge. And it's easy as that. And then I have that perfect banner edge to go to tuck into my floral, into my flowers here. Okay. Perfect. All right. I am going to put a little bit of foam tape, foam squares in here. Just a small strip of foam on the side to just keep that dimension up. Alrighty. I don't cover it in foam because I want to, I want to make sure it doesn't stick in places that I would rather there not be weird dimension. Okay. Perfect. All right. We got one final step to go on this card, and that is maybe a little crooked. So let me fix that real quick. This is when I need to break out my T-square ruler or whatever those are called, but I don't have it anywhere near me. So I'm just going to have to eyeball it real quick and hope that it looks fairly straight. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and add some crystals to this card, and then we are finished. All right, just to decide what color of crystals I want to use. Probably the pink for sure. And maybe the orange. Thank you so much. I'm glad you guys are loving my card. All righty. Let's see here. Yes, Renee, it's time for the bling. Oh, it looks like, because we have Anne F., our card designer, and then Anne, the designer of the illustrator. Ah, I see where there was confusion. It makes far more sense now that I'm kind of catching up on comments here. All right, I want to do these larger clear crystals. I just got to find one more, hopefully. There's one more in here somewhere. I think I see one. Right there, perfect. Let's go ahead and get these, get these back. Okay, let's do a pink. And I'm just going to arrange these in my typical trios that I do, just to add a little bit of shine, bling and shine to my card. And it's as easy as that, friends. The crystals, Shamel, are really pretty. And what I love about the crystals is that even though they're diamond shaped, so they don't have a flat back, they technically have a flat top. So while they're perfect for adding into a shaker card, you can actually glue them on their top with the pointy part of the diamond shape up, and they make a really lovely accent. And they're clear and they're shiny and they're just a really beautiful touch of color to add to your card. So I'm just going to glue these down with a little bit of liquid glue. We are done. And creating a card is as easy as that with our upcoming release of washi tapes with coordinating stamps and dies. Alrighty, and that is our card today, friends. Very gold and shiny and really beautiful flowers from one of our newest illustrators, Anne from Belgium. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. Hi, Lana. No worries about making it at the very end. Of course, we will, this will be available for replay shortly after we're finished here. Okay, so that is everything. I'm so glad that you guys are loving the new washi tape. Here's a quick look at it one more time. We've got a couple minutes here, so let's just take a quick look. I'll pull it out one more time here so you can see it and just see how easy it is, how easy the washi tape is to pull out. So we definitely took that feedback to heart that the washi tape that was 5.5 inches was just too hard to pull. So we made the strips a little bit longer so that you still get a lot of great images, but it's super easy to pull out. So Lana, here is the washi tape that we used. As you can see, it's gold foiled washi tape. And then I also used the coordinating, let me grab them real quick for you. I used the coordinating one-piece die. I kind of have a mess over here. One-piece die that easily cuts out all of those floral images that you saw in the washi tape pulled out. And then we also have the coordinating 4x12 stamp set. Sorry, I keep doing that, flipping those sentiments upside down. The coordinating 4x12 stamp set, and all of the florals are on one stamp piece so that it coordinates with the one-piece die as well. So that's just a quick overview of what I showcased today, Lana. Okay, so I honestly don't know if Heather posted the winner or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and get my camera flipped around while we wait to see, because I don't think she has. So oops, accidentally hit stopped video. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're back to me, and I'm just waiting. I really want to make sure I didn't miss the winner, so I'm gonna scroll back up. I don't think I did. Okay, I'm sure I didn't. Okay, so while I'm waiting for that winner to be posted, here is that fun card that we created today. It was super easy to make, you guys, because the work was all done by Anne, the amazing illustrator of this washi tape. All I had to do was plop it down on some paper and cut it out with the matching die. So super easy to do. So I'm excited to color in the stamped version as well on the detail black stamped florals that I that I'd stamped out previously as well, just to show you the combo there. So, oh, it looks like we have our winner. Congratulations to at iCard Everyone, which I believe that is Michelle. So congratulations. Send an email to me, which is leah@pinkfreshstudio.com. There's no H on the end of my name, so just make sure you spell it out L-E-A. And just give me 2 to 3 days to get back to you with your gift card, because I do get a number of emails. So congratulations. Thanks for joining me today and getting a little sneak peek at the name of this one, just in case. I know I mentioned it earlier, but I don't think I said it quite, very often throughout, is Painted Peony Mix. So, and you just get these really lovely floral bunches with the gold foil. And then you've got the coordinating stamp and die as well. Alrighty. Well, I think that we have everything going. Cindy asked if there will be a stencil coming. I don't think we're doing stencils for these ones. So these ones are geared towards the beautiful washi tape that was illustrated for these. And that basically the washi tape and the stamp and the die were all based on that lovely illustration. So, okay, so be sure to join us on Thursday on Facebook Live with Heather at 12 noon Central Standard Time. And she's going to be sneak peeking another lovely washi stamp and die combo. So be sure to check us out on Thursday for another peek. And be sure to watch our Instagram handle this week too, because I'm sure we'll be posting some more project sneak peeks as well. And then, as we mentioned earlier, but just in case you joined us late, this release goes live on Monday, March 8th at 7 a.m. Central Standard Time. So there will be, of course, an inspiring blog hop and lots of prizes. And this will be the first time that we are doing, we're making a little bit of change to the way that we do releases. So Monday is going to be the blog hop, and there will be the YouTube intro video. Friday is when we're going to also do an Instagram hop, and that is when the giveaways will happen on Instagram. All right, so wanted to put that out there too, because it's a little bit of a change up. Okay, so we are done with our hour. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys loved this new Painted Peony mix washi tape stamp and die combo, and we will see you Thursday.